Hey guys, let's go through and correct these two sentences. So the first one is the cracked windshield along with the ripped upholstery and rusty body made Eric's car near impossible to sail. So I immediately know that I need to fix this word because a sale is something that happens when prices are discounted at a store. And what Eric wants to do is sell his car. So that was the wrong word choice. So the next thing I know is just immediately, when you're talking about possession of something, Eric's car, Eric possesses his car, you need an apostrophe. So we need an apostrophe right there. Now, the third thing that just leaps out at me is windshield is spelled incorrectly. It is I-E, I before E except after C most of the time, but not all of the time. But in this case, it is. So the next one is the cracked windshield along with the ripped upholstery and rusty body made Eric's car near impossible to sell. Now, near impossible does not sound right. Impossible is describing to sell, the activity of selling. So it's an adverb, and near is supposed to be describing how impossible it is. Not totally impossible, but near impossible. It actually should be nearly impossible. Remember, adverbs can describe adjectives, verbs, and other adverbs. So we need this to say nearly impossible. That sounds much better. So now this is a really long sentence, and when I see long sentences, I kind of just want to take a double look at them and see if there needs to be a comma. So the cracked windshield along with the ripped, see, I just automatically want to pause in between windshield and along, and that's because I've been reading for a number of years, and I know that whenever we add phrases on, we want to set them off with commas. So I know that the cracked windshield, we want a comma here, along with the ripped upholstery and rusty body. So we've got along with the ripped upholstery and rusty body. So the cracked windshield alone may have made Eric's car difficult to sell. But when we start this along with this phrase in the middle, we want to set it off with commas on either end of it. And I think that will wrap us up with this first sentence. So let's look at the second sentence. Sally, I need you to sit still while I trim your bangs, Sophia ordered. Okay, Sophia ordered tells us Sophia's talking very sternly to Sally, who's obviously wiggly. Oops. Okay, sorry about that. So she's talking, then we need to have quotations at the beginning of her sentence and at the end. So here and here. Okay, and then whenever you begin a sentence with someone's name, after their name, we always put a comma. So I know we need Sally, comma, in quotes, I need you to sit still while I trim your bangs. So I know because your, that's a pet peeve of mine. So you apostrophe R means you are. It is a contraction. Y-O-U-R is possessive and means your. So that means Sally's bangs. And the next thing we need to do, the last thing that we need to do, is when we have this quote and we're adding at the end of the quote who was talking, there's also a comma needed, and it goes right here. And I want to point out very specifically that this comma, any punctuation at the end of a quote, goes inside the quote. So it's comma, then quotation. And that's it. That wraps this one up, and you'll have another one to do, probably a couple more this week, and you'll start to get really good at these. Bye, guys.